Hi everyone. The black bear population across North America has grown significantly, now reaching about 850,000 in the United States. This increase has brought about serious issues, including property damage and heightened safety risks, as more bears are drawn into cities looking for food. What problems does this rising bear population create in the U.S., and how are communities responding? Comment the number 1 to join the conversation, and remember to subscribe to our channel for the latest insights. In May 2025, beekeepers across Vermont started noticing a troubling rise in black bear attacks targeting their hives. One beekeeper in Addison County, who operates 30 hives, reported losing a third of them, 10 hives, in a single season. This loss translated to roughly 500 pounds of honey and around $7,500 in damages, factoring in both the destroyed hives and the reduced honey production. Meanwhile, in South Lake Tahoe, black bear encounters have also seen a noticeable increase over the past few years. Since early 2025, more than 1,500 reports have been filed with local authorities about bears entering residential neighborhoods. One particularly concerning case involved a black bear that broke into a home on Pioneer Trail, causing an estimated $25,000 in damages. The bear climbed in through a kitchen window, raided the refrigerator, and wrecked furniture before wildlife officials were able to safely capture and remove it. As such encounters become more frequent, what do you think is the best way for communities to ensure both safety and peaceful coexistence with wildlife? To safeguard both public safety and the national economy, organized black bear hunts are held annually, drawing around 21,000 hunters. Black bears typically inhabit thick forests, where shifting light conditions make them difficult to spot, posing a real challenge for hunters. To manage this, many rely on rifles known for their range and stopping power. Common choices include high-caliber firearms like the .30-06 Springfield, 300 Winchester Magnum, and .45-70 Government, each capable of delivering the force needed to effectively bring down a bear. In addition, having a quality scope with the right level of magnification is essential, particularly in low-light situations, allowing hunters to maintain precision in the shadowy areas where black bears are frequently found. Ever curious about how hunters manage to track and pin down these elusive animals in thick forest terrain? If you think you know, drop a comment with the number 2. To boost their chances of a successful hunt, many hunters enlist the help of trained dogs such as the Plott Hound and Treeing Walker Coonhound. Outfitted with protective gear and GPS collars, these dogs are skilled at locating black bears. They follow scent trails or signs like scat, while hunters monitor their positions via the GPS system. Once a bear is found, the dogs pursue it and bark loudly to signal its location. They then work to either trap the bear in place or chase it up a tree, circling the base to keep it contained until the hunters arrive. Once the hunter reaches the bear and gets a clear view, they carefully evaluate the situation to choose the safest and most effective angle for a clean shot. If the bear is perched in a tree, the hunter aims for vital areas, such as the heart or lungs. After the bear is down, hunters must approach with caution to ensure it is fully deceased, as even a wounded bear can pose a serious threat. Throughout the entire hunt, safety is always the foremost concern. Do you know why it's important to tag the bear after a successful hunt? Hunters are required by law to tag the bear, typically by attaching a tag to its ear or leg. This serves as proof that the hunt was conducted legally and within the designated hunting season. The entire process, from preparation to tagging, demands skill, precision, and a thorough understanding of both the terrain and the animal. What do you think of this approach? We'd love to hear your opinion. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for the next video. Iowa's expansive cornfields, spanning 16.7 million acres and covering roughly 30% of the state's land, provide a plentiful food source that greatly influences the local deer population. Combined with Iowa's mild climate, this rich food supply creates an optimal environment for deer to flourish. Consequently, the deer population has surged, presenting both opportunities and challenges for farmers and the broader ecosystem. Comment with the number 1 if you'd like to dive deeper into these intricate dynamics and their effects in this agricultural documentary. The deer population in Iowa, now estimated at approximately 350,000, has seen a significant increase in recent years, fueled by favorable environmental factors like plentiful cornfields and a mild climate. Originally introduced to the U.S. in the 16th century, deer have adapted well to their surroundings. However, their rapid population growth has led to major challenges for farmers, particularly in terms of crop damage and financial losses. As herbivores, deer present a continual threat to crops by consuming corn, trampling young plants, and contaminating the soil with their feces and urine. This behavior leads to both lower crop yields and soil pollution. The economic impact of this damage is significant, with losses estimated at up to $250 million, affecting approximately 2 million acres of agricultural land.
Wait.
This issue highlights the importance of implementing effective management strategies to safeguard agricultural productivity and ensure sustainability. In Iowa, the hunting season takes place from October to November, a period carefully selected to help control the deer population. To take part in the hunt, hunters are required to obtain a license, which costs $25 for residents and $50 for non-residents, with each license being valid for 1 year. One of the most effective methods is bow hunting, where hunters climb trees to gain a better vantage point and enhance safety from potential deer attacks. Using bows from trusted brands like Hoyt, Matthews, and Bear, hunters can shoot with precision from elevated positions, minimizing the chances of being spotted by the deer. This technique demands excellent observational skills, as hunters need to identify deer from afar and take accurate shots. Moreover, maintaining safety while handling a bow and arrow is essential to prevent accidents and ensure a successful hunt. By mastering these techniques, hunters can effectively manage the deer population, safeguarding crops and minimizing agricultural damage. The elevated position not only enhances the ability to spot deer from a distance, but also provides safety from potential attacks, as being higher up reduces the likelihood of close encounters. Furthermore, the strategic advantage of height allows for more precise shooting, ensuring that arrows or bullets strike their target accurately, minimizing suffering and supporting humane hunting practices. Additionally, being positioned at a higher elevation decreases the chances of deer detecting the hunter, as they are less likely to notice or be startled by human presence when it's out of their normal line of sight. If you support this method of deer population management, comment with the number 1. If you don't agree, comment with the number 0. We appreciate your feedback. Foot traps are mechanical devices designed to clamp onto a deer's leg when stepped on, commonly set in forested areas near crop fields to prevent deer from damaging crops like corn and soybeans. However, this method has sparked considerable controversy and criticism. Animal welfare advocates point out the severe pain and injury these traps inflict on deer, often resulting in significant stress or even death. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources has recognized the limited effectiveness of foot traps in controlling the deer population and is contemplating a ban on their use. We hope you found this detailed exploration of Iowa's deer population and its impact on agriculture insightful. If you enjoyed this agricultural documentary, please comment, like, and subscribe for more. Your feedback is highly valuable to us, so feel free to share your thoughts below. Sharing this video with your friends helps us reach a larger audience. Have you ever seen or taken part in night wild boar hunts in California? Wild boars cause extensive damage to crops and landscapes, making nighttime hunting an essential method for controlling their population. In today's video, we'll dive into the behavior of wild boars, the destruction they cause, and the thrilling hunting process that takes place under the cover of darkness. Join us as we explore the techniques and challenges hunters face while addressing this issue. Don't forget to leave a comment with the number 1 if you're excited to learn more. In Florida, the wild boar population has skyrocketed to about 1 million, leading to widespread destruction and substantial economic losses. These nocturnal animals particularly target agricultural fields, with corn crops being especially vulnerable. The financial toll is staggering, with damages estimated at up to $15 billion each year. This ongoing devastation affects not only individual farmers, but also poses a significant threat to the entire agricultural sector in the state. In addition, wild boars are increasingly venturing into urban areas, causing unexpected road crossings and frequent vehicle collisions. These incidents pose serious safety risks for both drivers and pedestrians, as wild boars can appear suddenly and unpredictably, often leading to severe accidents. The financial burden of these collisions is significant, with repair costs averaging between $1,000 and $1,500 per incident. This growing problem underscores the urgent need for effective strategies to manage the wild boar population.
Emergency call center.
As a result, hunters are tasked with using specialized methods to address these risks and control the wild boar population in California. So, what techniques do hunters employ to tackle this ongoing issue and ensure public safety? Understanding the nocturnal behavior of wild boars is key to successful hunting. By taking advantage of these patterns, hunters can strategically track and hunt boars at night, reducing the threats posed to both public safety and agricultural lands. Hunters typically start their hunts 30 minutes after sunset and continue until 30 minutes before sunrise, aligning with the wild boar's peak activity hours. This strategy boosts the likelihood of life and human activities. However, to take part in these nocturnal hunts, hunters must possess a valid license and adhere to the stringent regulations set by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. These regulations are in place to promote safety, ethical hunting practices, and the preservation of the ecosystem. Have you ever wondered what preparation is required for a night hunt, such as obtaining the proper licenses and understanding the specific regulations around nocturnal hunting? Hunting wild boars at night demands specialized gear to ensure both success and safety. Among the most popular choices are the AR-15 rifle and semi-automatic rifles, favored for their reliability and effectiveness. Hunters often pair these rifles with advanced lighting technologies, including night vision goggles, thermal scopes, and weapon-mounted lights, to improve visibility and accuracy in low-light conditions. These tools are crucial for tracking and targeting wild boars, whose nocturnal habits make them especially difficult to hunt. Have you ever used any of this technology in your hunting experience, or are you interested in how it performs in real-world conditions? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. One of the key benefits of hunting wild boars at night is the reduced human presence, which increases the success rate of these hunts. In the quiet of the night, hunters can move more discreetly, utilizing advanced technologies like night vision and thermal imaging to spot targets without alarming them. Hey! This stealthy approach enhances the likelihood of a successful hunt, as wild boars are less disturbed by human activity and continue with their natural behaviors. By minimizing disturbances, hunters can more effectively manage the wild boar population, helping to reduce the extensive damage these animals inflict on crops and landscapes. Have you ever experienced the excitement of night hunting for wild boars? If so, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, comment with the number 5. Have you ever wondered how hunting at night alters the dynamics, making it a more effective strategy for controlling the wild boar population? While night hunting offers several benefits, it also presents notable challenges. One of the main difficulties is limited lighting, which can greatly affect a hunter's ability to spot and shoot accurately. Even with night vision and thermal imaging devices, the natural darkness can still make it challenging to clearly identify wild boars and differentiate them from other animals or obstacles. This limitation not only diminishes the hunt's effectiveness, but also heightens the risk of accidents, as hunters must navigate through uneven terrain and dense vegetation with limited visibility. Pairing rifles with all-terrain vehicles is an essential tactic for hunters because wild boars can sprint at speeds up to 30 miles per hour. This approach enables hunters to match the pace of these swift creatures, offering a steady base for precise shooting while rapidly traversing expansive terrains. Employing all-terrain vehicles in wild boar hunting provides notable benefits, beginning with a substantial reduction in time. Wild boars are swift and hard to catch, able to run at speeds up to 30 miles per hour and roam across wide areas. All-terrain vehicles enable hunters to navigate quickly through rugged and extensive landscapes, staying close to the boars and cutting down on time spent pursuing them on foot. This effectiveness allows hunters to optimize their efforts, covering greater distances and boosting their odds of a successful hunt, making it significantly more efficient than conventional approaches.
Got him! That was a good flip.
Additionally, using all-terrain vehicles improves safety and offers a stable shooting platform, which is essential when hunting powerful and unpredictable animals like wild boars. Known for their aggressive behavior, particularly when cornered, wild boars can pose significant risks to hunters. Being inside the vehicle provides a protective barrier, greatly lowering the chances of direct encounters and injuries. Furthermore, the stability of the vehicle allows for more precise shooting, giving the hunter a solid platform to aim and fire accurately. This enhanced accuracy not only boosts the likelihood of a clean and ethical kill, but also ensures that the hunt is conducted more humanely. The combination of speed, safety, and stability offered by all-terrain vehicles makes them an invaluable tool in the pursuit of wild boars, providing hunters with a strategic edge in managing these agile and often dangerous animals. However, using all-terrain vehicles in wild boar hunting comes with notable drawbacks, particularly in terms of noise, disruption, safety risks, and environmental impact. The noise generated by these vehicles can significantly disturb natural habitats, causing stress and disruption to other wildlife species. This disturbance not only affects animals, but also makes wild boars more cautious, increasing the difficulty of catching and hunting them. Additionally, the noise can negatively impact the peacefulness of rural and natural areas, affecting both wildlife and nearby human residents. Additionally, The environmental impact of using all-terrain vehicles in hunting cannot be ignored. These vehicles can lead to significant soil erosion, damage to vegetation, and the creation of new paths that disrupt ecosystems. The harm caused to the land not only affects the immediate surroundings, but can also result in long-term environmental consequences, such as altered water flow and the loss of habitat for other species. These environmental effects emphasize the need for thoughtful consideration and responsible practices in wild boar hunting to reduce negative impacts on the ecosystem. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to support our channel. The monkeypox monkey is not just a fascinating member of the wild animal kingdom, but also a species that has significantly impacted human life. It has been responsible for transmitting various diseases to humans, including monkeypox. These infections can be deadly, particularly in individuals with weakened immune systems or those exposed to the virus for extended periods. Have you ever wondered why these animals are capable of transmitting diseases to humans? Leave a comment with the number 1 to explore the reasons behind this. Baboons are a highly aggressive species, often clashing with humans, particularly in regions where their natural habitats overlap with residential areas. In Cape Town, South Africa, there have been multiple reports of baboons not only invading homes, but also attacking residents. These attacks can result in injuries that are not only painful, but can also be fatal and leave lasting effects. The wounds caused by baboons carry a high risk of infection due to the bacteria present in their mouths and claws. Common bacteria like Staphylococcus aureus and Streptococcus can enter the body through these wounds, potentially leading to illness in humans. In another incident, a troop of baboons created a major traffic jam on a rural road leading to an agricultural village in Kenya. Drawn by the scent of food from passing vehicles, the baboons blocked the road as they attempted to access the food. The situation persisted for several hours, demonstrating their capacity to significantly disrupt human activities. In South Africa, baboons are not only a common part of the wildlife, but also frequently cause disturbances in urban traffic. They often leap out from bushes or roadside vegetation, appearing suddenly in front of passing vehicles, forcing drivers to react quickly by accelerating or braking sharply to avoid collisions. This unpredictable behavior leads to significant traffic disruptions and can even result in multiple vehicle pileups. To tackle the challenges posed by baboons, traps have become a commonly used method to manage their population, especially in areas where they damage crops and human habitats. These traps are thoughtfully designed to be humane, aiming to capture baboons safely. They are often baited with fresh fruits that attract the baboons and are strategically placed in areas frequented by the animals. The trap's design ensures that when the baboon enters, the door closes automatically and gently, preventing the animal from escaping without harm. Thanks to this clever design, the baboons are kept in a safe and comfortable space until they can be released, ensuring Hello, everyone. In Africa, baboons steal food and disrupt the lives of local people. Farmers and local authorities use traps to deal with them, but what happens when a group of 50 baboons attacks? The damage won't stop unless the authorities take strict measures to control this invasive species. Are you ready to learn more about this invasive monkey species? If you are, leave a comment with the number 1. In May 2023, cities in South Africa saw a surge in baboon activity, with groups of over 300 baboons climbing buildings, crawling through windows, and rummaging through kitchens in search of leftover food. In suburban forest areas, drivers encountered more than 50 baboons blocking the roads or launching surprise attacks. Authorities have taken a hard stance, imposing fines of up to $500 on those who feed the baboons. When olive baboons lose their fear of humans, it becomes a major issue. These baboons, living throughout East and Southern Africa, have a strict social system and communicate through vocalizations. With strong hands and sharp teeth, they are skilled foragers, eating anything they can find. How do you stop such a rapidly adapting invasive species? In 2023, with over 2,500 baboons causing chaos in South Africa's suburban areas, the authorities had to act quickly.
Come on. Come on. Get out. Come on. Shoot. Bugger off.
The solution lies in using steel cage traps made from reinforced mesh, measuring 6 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 5 feet high, with a pressure-activated door. The key is in the placement of bait. Experts have found that placing food 75% of the way into the trap increases the success rate. However, olive baboons are highly intelligent and often test the traps before entering. Hunters must have a strategy, masking their scent and securing the area to achieve optimal effectiveness. These traps allow for safe capture from over 30 yards away, reducing direct conflict. But what happens when an alpha male baboon learns how to bypass the system? In 2009, the South African government reported capturing around 1,655 baboons. The use of bows and arrows in hunting became controversial, with some arguing that this method negatively impacts the environment. As a result, the government tightened regulations on hunting invasive species to prevent overhunting or exploitation for personal gain. Hunters must maintain a minimum distance of 30 yards from the baboons to reduce stress on them. Only individuals aged 18 and over who have completed a certified hunting course are allowed to participate.
Definitely.
Every hunter knows that without the right bait, there's no hunt. Fresh fruit is the ideal bait, but placing it is no simple task. In the vast South African savannas, you're never alone. The unpredictable terrain requires a team of at least 3 people. Camouflaging with the deep green and brown hues of the landscape is a matter of survival. as baboons have exceptionally sharp vision. Have you ever seen a hunt like this? Comment 0 if you haven't.
Oh, good shot.
A well-camouflaged hide with a tent can make the difference between success and failure. However, hunting baboons is strictly regulated. South African law prohibits targeting infant baboons or pregnant females, ensuring population control without causing destruction. Only the Mk3 recurve bow is permitted under hunting licenses to avoid unnecessary suffering and promote ethical hunting practices. Every arrow shot, every piece of discarded material must be collected, ensuring that the ecosystem remains undisturbed. However, hunting baboons may only be a temporary solution. Instead, protecting trash and leftover food helps eliminate easy food sources. Farmers use loud noises, bright lights, and reflective objects to drive them away, a simple yet effective method. The goal is not to eliminate them but to coexist without conflict. If you think this method is effective, leave a comment below. Preventing olive baboons requires smart solutions, not just extreme measures. What do you think is the most effective way to eliminate an invasive species? Have you seen similar problems in your area? Leave a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned because what's coming next might be even more shocking. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to support our channel. In the Northern Territory of Australia, especially around the South Alligator River and Darwin Harbour, the growing crocodile population has raised concerns about safety. Once nearly extinct, these apex predators are now free to roam, often getting very close to human settlements. In 2017, a man was attacked while crossing a flooded river, highlighting the serious risks. To manage the issue, wildlife officers have been trapping and relocating crocodiles from high-risk areas to protect both people and the environment. Are you ready to explore this dangerous crocodile species? If you're ready, leave a comment with the number 1. With an estimated 100 million crocodiles in the region, what would the risk be if this invasive species spreads further? While it might be easy to think that African crocodiles are extremely dangerous, hunting crocodiles in wetland areas was once closely tied to tradition and survival in the 1960s. Young men aged 18 to 25, armed with bows and arrows, venture into the waters of Lake Victoria and the Okavango Delta. These areas, home to Nile crocodiles often weighing over 1,000 pounds, become the focal points of these hunts. Teams of 3 or more work together, relying on cooperation and traditional skills to deal with the invasive species. Each encounter requires patience and precision as hunters track their prey, which often only reveals its head above the water. At that time, there were no hunting restrictions, allowing communities in Tanzania and Botswana to deal with the growing crocodile population year-round. Success could also be achieved with careful preparation. Hunters carefully selected sturdy branches from ironwood trees to craft their spears, ensuring each branch was heated over fire and shaped precisely for effectiveness. This technical preparation was crucial as it directly impacted the success of the crocodile hunt. Traditionally, the spearheads were crafted with 3 sharp points, symbolizing precision, strength, and unity, reminding hunters of the teamwork required for a successful crocodile hunt. If you were a hunter, I would advise against hunting alone and recommend going with a group for safety and success. These reptiles, over 16 feet long and weighing more than 1,000 pounds, are dangerous predators with armored scales that act as a natural shield. The length and durability of the spear provide leverage and safety when facing a crocodile. Without proper preparation, the hunt could easily fail, putting the hunters in danger and rendering their efforts useless. Do you agree with this method? If so, leave a comment with the number 2. By the 1980s, crocodile hunting in Africa shifted from traditional methods to the use of firearms. This change raised an important question. Does it enhance safety or diminish the cultural significance of traditional hunting practices? Modern hunters, equipped with rifles, must maintain absolute silence and stand at a distance of 50 to 100 yards to ensure safety. Hunters need to have permits issued by local wildlife authorities, such as the Tanzania Ministry of Natural Resources or the Botswana Wildlife and National Parks Bureau, along with specific quotas to prevent overhunting. Crocodile hunting requires hunters to be trained in the behavior of this invasive species to know how to approach and handle them safely. For larger crocodiles, hunters are encouraged to aim for a humane kill and focus on quick, decisive shots. Typically, firearms like the .375 H&H Magnum or .458 Winchester Magnum are used to take down large crocodiles. However, hunters are prohibited from hunting juvenile crocodiles or those during the breeding season. Hunting takes place in the morning when crocodiles come ashore to bask in the sun or hunt for food. Thanks to regulations and control policies, hunters can take down approximately 2,000 to 3,000 African crocodiles each year. At the end of each hunting season, hunters report to local authorities, and the meat is distributed to areas facing food shortages. This practice emphasizes the deeper purpose of hunting. It's not just about skill and tradition, but also about providing for communities in need. The tension during the hunt is real, and every step taken is crucial. What do you think about how African hunters collect and handle crocodiles in an environmentally friendly way? How can we balance tradition and conservation? What are your thoughts on the journey of African hunters in combating invasive species? Leave your opinion in the comments section, and if you enjoy this journey, make sure to subscribe to see more thrilling adventures coming up. On October 10, 2024, Florida experienced an unprecedented natural disaster as Hurricane Milton made history. Not only did it cause $20 billion in property damage, but Milton also destroyed nearly 123,550 acres of pristine forest, leaving millions of animals without their essential food sources. According to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and the Florida Department of Natural Resources, FDNR, Hurricane Milton had the most devastating impact in Florida's history. In the Ocala National Forest, over 15,000 wild pigs lost their food sources due to the heavy rains and strong winds from the storm, leading to severe malnutrition. Are you ready to explore wild pigs? If so, leave a comment with the number 1. On October 11, 2024, they attacked the cities of Tampa and Miami, destroying infrastructure such as the IDA-4 highway system. Grass on sidewalks was dug up, creating dangerous deep holes for pedestrians. At the same time, their aggression and unpredictability directly threatened the safety of millions, forcing many areas to be locked down and initiating emergency evacuations. The total estimated damage to infrastructure was $25 billion, presenting a massive challenge for Florida in terms of recovery and reconstruction. In response to the increasing threats posed by wildlife, the Florida government implemented measures to install steel cage traps to prevent attacks from 1.5 million wild pigs. Specifically, after Hurricane Milton, the forest terrain became slippery and hazardous, requiring safety precautions during trap installation. In response, 560 hunters were deployed to install the traps in licensed hunting areas within the Ocala National Forest and the Everglades. The steel cage traps were designed and set up with the requirement that at least 2 people be present to ensure safety. To attract wild pigs into the traps, Florida hunters employed a method of preparing corn bait. The most popular corn bait used is Dixie sweet corn, known for its ability to retain its scent even during stormy days. This bait attracts wild pigs and helps increase capture rates by up to 75%. This operation primarily took place over a 3-month period from October to December 2024. The wire cage traps used in this campaign were designed to keep the wild pigs safely contained and prevent them from escaping.
Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Come on, here. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Each trap can catch 10 to 15 pigs at once. Hunting of juvenile wild pigs and pregnant pigs is prohibited to maintain ecological balance and minimize negative impacts on future wild pig populations. Thanks to responsible hunting management practices, Florida saved over $12 million in damages during this hunting season. Have you ever trapped wild pigs? If you have, leave a comment with the number 2, and if not, leave a comment with the number 5. To improve the effectiveness of wild pig control, the Florida government implemented remote tracking technology for steel cage traps. With this system, hunters no longer need to physically visit the trap sites to check on them, reducing the risk of accidents during installation and monitoring. Instead, they can track the trap's activity from home. This hunting campaign has been successfully adopted by Florida residents over the past 5 years, proving to be highly effective. After trapping, hunters are responsible for collecting and reporting the numbers to authorities, who then implement new measures for the next hunting season.
Come on, yep, 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 yep. Come on, yep. Yep.
Need a way to hook it into your trailer.
Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, yep.
At the same time, the Florida government addresses black bears in areas like the Apalachicola and Ocala forests by using bow hunting methods to quickly take down black bears. Hunters must be between the ages of 18 and 65, have a health certification, and complete a firearm safety course. The black bear hunting campaign, which runs through the hurricane season, helps significantly reduce damage. Black bears are highly sensitive to human scent and can easily detect the presence of hunters, increasing the risk of attacks. To participate in safe hunting, hunters must adhere to strict measures such as using scent-blocking gear, avoiding strong-smelling products, and always moving in small groups. The type of bow commonly used in black bear hunting is the composite bow, renowned for its accuracy over distances of up to 100 yards. In areas with harsh terrain affected by Hurricane Milton, hunters need to be fully equipped with protective gear and survival skills to cope with the challenging environmental conditions. Specifically, hunters must stay updated on the government's changing hunting policies to ensure safety. This video provides all the latest updates from Hurricane Milton. If your area is experiencing damage, leave a comment below to receive support. Hit the like button to let us know you're safe. Keep watching the video. These approaches have proven effective in preventing the spread of some invasive species. Do you have any ideas for better solutions? Share your thoughts in the comments so we can discuss together. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. The sound of gunfire echoes as a massive black bear falls in the deep forests of Montana. Bear hunting is becoming a controversial population control measure in many U.S. states. With more than 350,000 black bears, farmers are suffering $40 million in annual losses due to crop and beehive destruction. The government has allowed controlled hunting, but is this a sustainable solution, or is an environmental disaster slowly unfolding? Leave a comment with the number 1 right now to dive deeper into the human-bear conflict. Hey, these black bears are no joke. We're talking about animals that can weigh up to 600 pounds, around 272 kilos, and stand as tall as a door. These bears are incredibly strong. One swipe of their paw can snap the ribs of a full-grown buck like it's nothing. And don't even get started on their senses. Their eyesight is as sharp as a hawk's, and their sense of smell is even better than the best hunting dogs you have. Even seasoned veterans who have spent decades in the woods know to be cautious around these monsters. Recently, we've been seeing more and more bears, and it's causing quite a bit of trouble. People are constantly encountering them. Authorities in the capital have had to step in, allowing controlled hunting to keep everything in balance. The bear hunting season typically starts when the leaves begin to change, from September to November. This is when the bears are fattening up to hibernate through the winter.
I got him. Just wait.
If you're planning to hunt bears, pay attention to areas near streams and places where acorns or chestnuts have fallen to the ground. Always watch for signs: claw marks on trees, piles of steaming scat as big as your fist. Those are your indicators that you're in bear territory. When facing one of these green tanks, you have to be truly prepared. Most people here trust the 30-06 or 300 Win Mag rifles. These guns are powerful enough to take down a full-grown bear from a safe distance. Make sure you load them with good penetrating rounds, because you'll need them to get through the thick skin and muscle to hit vital organs. When approaching the prey, you must be extremely cautious. Move slowly, quietly, and always maintain a safe distance of at least 50 yards, about 46 meters. No exceptions. A wounded bear is a whole different story. These monsters can reach speeds of 35 miles per hour, about 56 km/h, in the blink of an eye, and won't hesitate to charge. For a perfect shot, You should aim from about 100 to 200 yards, roughly 183 meters, targeting just behind the shoulder for a quick and clean kill. If you miss, you're in big trouble. A wounded bear is even more dangerous than a rattlesnake trapped in a pickle jar, ready to tear through anything in its path. If that happens, only quick reflexes and a cool head will save you from disaster. Hunting bears doesn't just require good shooting skills. You need to be as tough as steel and as fit as an athlete. Tracking a bear through thick brush can take hours, and you'll have to crawl over fallen logs, wade through streams, and climb hills in all kinds of weather. This is not a game for the faint of heart. Now, for those who like numbers, we're talking about 40,000 to 50,000 black bears being hunted each year across North America. Maine leads with about 3,000, followed by Pennsylvania with 2,500, and Wisconsin ranks third with 2,000. But remember, these numbers can vary significantly depending on the year, location, and local regulations. Don't forget about our dense forests. Many hunters swear by their four-legged companions, the hunting dogs. These are trusted allies in this dangerous hunt. Hunters typically choose breeds like the Plott hound, Walker hound, and black and tan coon hound. These dogs are specially trained for the job, with a sense of smell that's 100 times more sensitive than ours. They can sniff out a bear from a mile away. Their task is to chase, track, and corner the bear up a tree, making it safer for the hunter to approach. When a bear is treed, usually in an oak or pine tree that's 40 to 60 feet, about 12-18 meters tall, you have to act quickly. Approach carefully, keeping a safe distance of about 30 yards, 27 meters, from the base of the tree, with your large caliber rifle ready. Aim to take it down as humanely as possible.
Hey, here, come on.
This method is no joke when it comes to effectiveness. The success rate of bear hunting with dogs can reach up to 80%, compared to only 30-40% when hunting alone. However, some argue that this method is unfair and lacks ethics in hunting. A bear hunt with dogs typically lasts from 2 to 4 hours, depending on the terrain and the cunning of the prey. The hunting dog team usually consists of 4 to 6 dogs, each wearing a GPS collar so you can accurately track their location deep in the woods. After taking down a bear, we don't waste anything. The hide is used for rugs or decorations. Bear meat is extremely nutritious, and we often make sausages or smoked meat, just as delicious as pork. And don't forget about bear fat. It's used in traditional medicine and makes for an excellent lubricant. But hey, bear hunting isn't just about population control. For many of us, it's a way to immerse ourselves in nature, to connect with the ancient traditions of our ancestors. Every hunt is an adventure full of challenges, and believe me, it makes you respect the power and beauty of the wild. When you face a bear in the deep forest, you'll understand the feeling of our ancestors from long ago. It's a mix of fear, respect, and exhilaration, like nothing else. That's what keeps us returning to the dense forests year after year, even though each trip carries its own dangers. All right, that's the story about invasive species in the US. The government is taking action, allowing hunters to help control the population. What do you think about this approach? Do you have any other ideas for handling this issue? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more amazing videos about wildlife and nature. Be sure to share with your friends so they can watch too. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.